How's it going, guys? Today we were talking about how to find yourself a main in Apex Legends. There are a lot of different styles when it comes to this game, and one of the key factors to helping you find your main uh, is just based off your playstyle. If you like rushing into fights, and if you just or you like sitting back, there are different ways and different characters that are better to do it. So I'm gonna tell you who to pick for your playstyle. Let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is when you find someone who fits your playstyle, it's important to stick with that person, at least for me, because finding your main can be important, especially if you're like a big stat guy. If you like grinding stats and you like grinding kills, damage, whatever it may be, um, finding one person and sticking to them is really important. Because if you're trying to go for those higher kills, you want to have those 4Ks and 20 bombs on that person you play. You don't want to have on the one player you're never going to touch again after you touched him for about a week. So one thing that is important is finding the right person and knowing you are going to stick with him. So there are different play styles when it comes to this game. There is the recon, the support, the controller, the skirmisher, and the assault. Now, for me, the assault and skirmisher are pretty equal overall, like at least to me. The assault isn't gonna always be in the first to the fight, but they are gonna be one of the first. Um, and the skirmisher, you just want to be the first to the fight. That's how it is. The skirmisher is going for the high kills, the high damage. You're always pushing the fight, making the other team uncomfortable, and putting them in awkward positions to help your team, get that damage in and get that kill for your rank game or whatever game. And for assault, you're just helping get the damage in overall, helping get the kills, side picks. There's nothing really more to it. The assault and skirmisher, for me at least, are pretty base to each other when it comes to like what they do and what they mean. So for recon, it's all about intel. And if you're like a laid back character and you don't want to be the first to the fight, but you do want to help get those kills and assists, and you're like a big assist guy, etc., recon is probably the better section for you based off all the others. You're helping your team gather information on where the the opponents are, and it's just helpful in a way. I used to play Bloodhound quite a bit before they pretty much nerfed him to the roof. He's not as good as he used to be, but um, Bloodhound used to be one of my favorite legends, and it was huge because I was constantly getting assists for my team. It was always just I was always in the fight, and I may not have always had the most damage, but I always had more assists, and it was just bigger on my part because I helped our team win the fights because I knew like where their location was, and so did our teammates. Next up, we have the support role. Now, the support role, you will never want to be first to fight. If you are first to fight in that situation, you have to wait for your team to come help you. And as a support role, you're supposed to be helping them get in the fight. Especially if you're playing Gibby or Lifeline. Like, Lifeline, you're gonna help res, and Gibby, you're just throwing your bubble down, helping your teammate. Maybe they need to pop a bat. You're helping them get the extra time to pop a bat instead of taking extra damage than they need to. Um, for Mirage, he's in a way he's kind of like a recon character because his decoys help, you know, tell the enemies that he's over there, but then he's really not. So then you have information on where the enemy team is shooting and where they may be at. So that is pretty huge for me, at least. Um, Loba, he's helping your team get guns right off the bat. Like maybe you just got an unlucky drop. He can throw his ult down later in the game, get you the guns, the heals, and whatever you need throughout the game. And Newcastle, he's sort of like Lifeline, except with Gibby combined. He doesn't place a full shield, but he does block. The only difference is the Gibby shield cannot take damage, and Newcastle can. And he's got like a Lifeline res, except he's the one resing. Finally, we have the controller section. Now, the controllers are the ones who are laid back and they like sitting in buildings. It's more of a camper. If you've ever played COD or Fortnite, you always run into a camper at least once a game, and that's kind of what your controllers are. Now, some people may be different and they'll be like, "Hey, that's not true. I play controller, and like I don't sit back, I don't camp." But it's different for everyone. You can like adjust the way your style is from your controller. Like you can still be a controller player, and like instead of sitting back in the buildings, you can push the fights, but they're more meant for sitting back overall. At least like Watson, you're gonna put her fences in buildings. You're not gonna put it out in the middle of nowhere when it can easily get shot. It's just better for her in buildings. Same with Caustic. Like if you go throw his Caustic barrels down, they're gonna go off more likely in a building than outside in the public where it can easily be shot and broken. Now that's just my opinion, but I just think the controller style is more meant for sitting in buildings, camping, and lay back. So if that's how you like to play, and that's your type of style, controller is probably one of the better aspects for you. Now, I hope this did help you guys like find your main. It is different for quite literally everyone. Um, some people do enjoy like playing certain styles while still rushing fights, and it's just based off your playstyle. Your playstyle is a key aspect to picking your main, and I believe like finding a main is important, especially if you're like a big stat guy, or a girl, whoever may be watching. But stats to me aren't as big as like getting 20 bombs. So maybe I'll go from like legend to legend occasionally when I get those 4Ks or the 20 bombs, whatever. Um, but personally, I just prefer just rushing into fights. It's for me, it's more fun. Like I don't like the way ranked is right now. Think they need to change it, and that's just because I like pushing into fights. I like getting RP for kills right away instead of having to get a kill, wait till like 10 squads die, and then get the RP for it. I just don't. I don't like it, but that may be different for everyone. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. This is gonna be more consistent throughout this channel, and I hope you guys start to like enjoy the videos constantly. I'm gonna try and shoot out at least one or two a week, maybe. I may even get it up higher. That's just what I'm gonna stick with for now, schedule wise. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.